My name is Ignacio Munoz. I'm the newly elected president for the El Paso County Master Gardeners Association. I'm here today with...
My name is Dixie Wicker.
And Dixie's going to be talking to us today about what it means to be a Master Gardener. So Dixie, can you give us a little bit of history about the Master Gardeners?
Yes. Back in 1972, there was a farm advisor that was working at Washington State University, and he noticed that there were a lot of calls from the public regarding horticultural problems. And he thought, well, how can we remedy this situation? It was occupying a lot of his time and other people that worked with him. And he decided in 72 to recruit volunteers, give them training on horticultural problems, and the Master Gardener program was started in 1972. It began in the state of Texas in 1981. It's in all 50 states, and it's in some foreign countries as well. El Paso's Master Gardener Association started in 1981 by County Agent John White.
Very good. Is the organization a standalone entity?
The association is a member of Texas Master Gardener Association. It also is in association with, or an extension of the AgriLife Extension Service.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M Extension Service.
So what is the purpose or mission of the Master Gardeners?
The mission of Master Gardeners, our Master Gardener program, is to provide quality, research-based education programs and services to the people of El Paso County.
And how did you get involved with the Master Gardeners?
It was approximately 11 years ago, and I was getting ready to retire. And I had a good friend who said, oh, Dixie, now when you retire, you need to start and learn something. You like to learn things and you like to do a lot of things. And I saw an article about Master Gardeners in the newspaper, and maybe you ought to think about that. You like plants. And so I thought, oh yeah, that is a good idea. So anyway, I researched it and found the article, and I called, and you had to have an interview. And so I went to the interview, and I thought, oh my goodness, what if they ask me gardening questions? I'm not going to really know the answers to many gardening questions or plants or anything. So anyway, but I did go, and the 3 members that interviewed me, I really liked them, and I signed up.
So what is the process to become a Master Gardener?
The process is a year-long endeavor, okay? And you have to really realize that, you know, you're going to volunteer, and it's a non-paying type of job. Initially, you sign up and pay a tuition fee for 12 weeks, 1 day a week. You go for classroom training. There are excellent talks by AgriLife experts and as well as community people in El Paso. And at the end of the classroom training, the 50 hours of classroom training, 12 weeks long, at the end you have to take an exam, but I was real pleased because it didn't matter what grade you got on the exam.
So you mentioned a long process, classroom instruction. What type of topics are covered during the classroom instruction?
Okay, just to name a few, vegetable gardening, trees, pruning and selection, and weeds and grasses, and xeriscape native plants, roses, pest, irrigation, watering techniques, fertilizer, soil composition. 2 topics each day were covered by talks with videos and so forth to go along with the talks. And I found the talks very interesting. The speakers were excellent.
So once you become a master gardener, is there requirements to keep your status as a master gardener?
Yes, but let me tell you, Ignacio, first of all, after you go through the classes, then you have 62 hours of volunteer in the various segments of gardening before you become a certified master gardener. And those 62 hours of volunteer are very difficult because you have to be specific in like maybe 10 different areas of getting the hours that are required.
So why would you recommend anybody to become a master gardener?
You know, the thing that there's several things that I like. One of the things is the people that I have met. We all have a common ground of gardening, liking to garden, and we all come from lots of different walks of life. You know, we come from different professions. Lots of the majority of the people are retired. And also, I like the fact of learning. I mean, it's such a wide field. I never dreamed that there would be so much that I did not know. And now am pleased to say that I have learned a whole lot too. The other thing that I like is the physical aspect of being able to be outside with nature. El Paso is a very warm, sunny, nice town to be in. Someplace I read that doing gardening for 45 minutes is like doing aerobic exercise for 30 minutes. So there's a physical benefit as well as a mental health benefit.
So since we're talking about benefits, how does the community benefit from the Master Gardener program?
Oh, Ignacio, there's a lot of benefits for the community. Okay, the first one is that we have a website, which is just tx.mg/El Paso, and it has a lot of good information as far as articles and gardening tips and monthly tips, what you need to do each of the months out of the year as far as gardening. Okay, so we have that. We also have a Facebook that we have pictures of various things, and we also have a wonderful help desk line that you can call with any problem, and that number is 771-2354. You can leave a message, and we will get back to answer most all gardening questions. We also have a talk show on Saturday, every Saturday at 11:15. It's on the KTEP radio station, 88.5 FM, and you can call. It's for 30 minutes. It's called Good to Grow, and it's a master gardener and Denise Rodriguez, our supervisor, the horticultural extension agent. They talk on various topics, but you can also call in with your questions. The help desk, what else did I miss? Oh.
College.
Oh, and another good source for people who are working, we give a class at EPCC fall, spring, and summer. It takes place on Saturday from 9 to 12. I think it's 6 to 8 weeks, I'm not sure, but you can register online. It's also on our website, like right now in January, it's on our website, you know, where you can go to register. There is a small fee for that, but those are master gardeners that go each week and talk on various gardening topics.
Very good. So how many gardens do you help maintain or take care of as a master gardener?
Okay, master gardeners take care of 5 gardens. AgriLife Research is the first one that I want to mention, and that garden is where we grow a lot of tomatoes. Last year, 900 pounds we harvested. It's a research garden. We try to research vegetables that do well in El Paso. We also maintain the Xeriscape garden that's at that AgriLife building out on I-10 off of Joe Battle. We take care of that, and it has a separate cactus garden. The rose garden, which is on Copia, we share the responsibility with the city. We maintain, we prune, we weed. There's approximately 1,500 roses there, and it's open, a lot during the year. You'd have to look, on the website to see what days are open. Okay, so, and the fourth one is a Scaredy demonstration and teaching garden, and that's when you enter a Scaredy Park. It's right there on the right after the tax office. And it's open Monday through Thursday from 8 until 11, year round, except for the pandemic. It's been closed some of the time. And the fifth one, we're in partnerships with the Chihuahuan Desert, which is a lovely native plant garden up at UTEP. We volunteer there and help them maintain that beautiful garden.
Great. So can anyone volunteer even if you're not a master gardener?
No, that you cannot. Let me just go quickly through AgriLife and the Xeriscape garden. Neither you have to be a master gardener or a master gardener intern with the supervision of a master gardener. The rose garden, you can go there and volunteer, but you have to sign a waiver if you want to volunteer at the rose garden. Scaredy, you can also go there, but you also have to sign a waiver. The Chihuahuan Desert up at UTEP, that garden is closed to only master gardeners.
Very good. So, Dixie, what do you like the most about being a master gardener?
I like the fact of making the community a better place to live. I think the gardens that we maintain, I hope a lot of you have been to the Rose Garden. It's a beautiful garden. The Chihuahuan Desert is too. The Scaredy is too. But like I said earlier, I like the people, and I like being outside, and I like connecting with nature and plants and relieving my stress.
Great. So what kind of venues do you participate in or offer during the year?
All right, this year, after March the 12th, there has been an exception. But prior to that, we participate in the home shows up at the Civic Center, both home shows. We participate at Artavino's Farmers Market in the summertime. We started doing presentations at all the libraries. There's 13 libraries, and I was able to sell our gardening book to the library, main library. She bought 26 of our gardening book that we wrote about gardening in El Paso. And we were able to get 5 of them completed before the March 12th shutdown. So the libraries, schools, we do information tables at various health clinics, and we've done information tables at Eastside Discount Nursery, and UTEP we've done information tables at. So we try to get the word out, and people are very interested, particularly starting in March through August in gardening.
So besides our gardening book, since we're a nonprofit organization, what other fundraisers do we have during the year that people can attest to?
Okay. Well, this year we got this idea of selling poinsettias, And so we found a wonderful wholesale nursery up in Mesquite, New Mexico, and we got the brochure and we came up with a form, and we put it on our website and on Facebook, and we were able to sell 234 poinsettias. And of course, we raised a little bit of money too, which was nice. But also, we gave to the people that when they picked up their poinsettias, we had an information sheet available to give to them so that they, if they were interested in having them bloom the next year, they could follow the instructions and have that happen. Although it's challenging, okay?
Well, great. So, what can you tell us? How did the pandemic affect our program?
You know, the pandemic was affected like it has affected everyone in El Paso. We were shut down 3 different times, which meant gardens didn't get weeded. They had vegetables that needed to be harvested, planted. We did get most everything planted prior to the March 12th shutdown. And another hard, difficult thing was the interns that needed to get those 62 hours that I mentioned at specific garden sites. And if the gardens were closed, they weren't able to go and get their hours. And the help desk was another big problem too, because the office where the help desk is was shut down as well. But I would like to tell you that we did have 13 that did certify, and we had a wonderful graduation via Zoom. We've gotten quite good. We've continued the whole time having our Zoom executive meetings and our Zoom general meetings on each month, just like when we would used to go in person. And now we set up brand new, I think, Ignacio, it was your idea, to have an adult outreach education committee and a youth outreach. And we're going to do virtual presentations on gardening, various gardening topics. We've got, several planned for January, February, and March so far.
And how will those presentations be offered to the public?
You'll need to keep tuned, but I believe they'll be advertised on our website as well as Facebook, and we're hoping to have a YouTube account as well.
So there you have it. This is what the master program is, and like Dixie said, keep tuned for more information on our upcoming videos that we'll be offering to the community at no charge. All you simply have to do is sign up on Eventbrite, and we'll put out that information as soon as we're able to. Thank you, Dixie.
Thank you.